Okie dokie, guys. So here we are, another motivational Monday, and my oh my, what interesting times we are in. I hope everybody had an amazing 4th of July last weekend. I know that the fireworks are the same time as this call, so a lot of people were celebrating, and it just sometimes, you guys, we have so many calls. It is what it is, right? So we have the VIP resets going on right now for everybody in the company. Everybody's eligible. And I don't know how many of you guys were on last night's call, but I can tell you, I had the customer I was signing fall out. I just hit it really hard. And this is going to be the position a lot of you guys are probably in right now. I had followed up so much for all the other promos that we had for promoters that I feel like in order to run for this promo, I have to go for fresh. I'm still going to follow up with people, some other people, and so forth. But for the most part, I am going fresh. And I do want to put out a reminder that it does not have to be an upgrade pack. For the promoter. It switched over to PPA. We're getting some clarification on a couple things still on it, but you guys just run for it. I know that the economy and people right now are getting out into the world, and I know that it's hard. So please do not get defeated if for some reason you do not hit that reset bonus, but put it in your mind that you're going to go for it, right? And for me personally, what I'm going to do and continue to do, and what I have been doing, is I've been making those connections and really trying to have those conversations with people about this being just that extra gas money, that money that makes that difference at the grocery store right now, that's making the difference in all of the different things that are going on that we're seeing increases in. I bought toilet paper, of all things to tell you guys about today, but this is how real it is. Okay. I bought toilet paper today, and when I was at the store, I was like mind blown that literally the sale, okay, was to get 2 9-packs for $19 of toilet paper. 2 9-packs. And then I'm looking and I'm like, surely to God, there's got to be something like at a better price that's not going to make my butt feel like I'm wiping it with paper, right? And I'm like looking, $24.99, $25.99 for toilet paper. Like, I'm not at a big store. I'm at Giant Eagle. And if you guys are seeing these prices for that stuff, so aren't your customers, right? So I'm really emphasizing the thriving for free right now for my new customers coming on, working within their budget. I don't care if I have to sign 10 customers versus 2 customers. If I have to sign 10 customers that order $40 a piece, so be it, right? So talk to people about what is their budget. Maybe they can't get all 3 steps right off the gate. Maybe you can get them started with the women's capsules. Really utilizing um, your credits right now wisely, right? So I'm trying to utilize my credits for my reoccurring customers and to help sign new customers. And I really don't have a bazillion of credits. However, if I can get the VIP 400, if I can get the VIP 800, the VIP 1600, that means I'm going to have an awful lot of credits that I can share. And if I hit these bonuses, then I can run promos going through the months ahead, right? So I hope that you guys, and I hope you guys are like thinking ahead of the game right now too. So look at it like, we're in an economy that people definitely need some extra money. We're in an economy that people are going to be feeling the pinch because guess what else is going to go up? Daycare costs are going to go up. Everything's going to go up. And just in the case, like I have my pool, for those of you guys have heard me talk about it. It's the whole reason I missed the retreat this year was because they were supposed to be bringing my pool to set it up. Well, here we are a month and a half later, and I still don't have a pool. However, the guy came today and they dug. It was one man came and dug the whole area out, got back to their office, coming back tomorrow to finish the pull up. He's got COVID. Great, right? So we're feeling the now it's gonna be another week for the pool, but more importantly, I'm telling you this because we're seeing another string of that come through at the hospitals and so forth. So I'm preparing for what happens if we have another shutdown, right? What happens if we have another shutdown and people are home and people need that money? I know Crystal Simpson, she joined Lavelle because her kids' daycare was shutting down and she couldn't go to work and her boss fired her. So she joined here for that reason. So we're seeing a lot of people that aren't on the computers right now. They're out and about, they're doing things because the world opened up. People spend enough time at home. And so therefore, a lot of people are not seeing your stuff if you're just posting on social media. So if you are out and about, have the conversations with people, let them know. I just totaled my car. So guess what I'm going to do? I've got to go buy a new car. Okay. And I'm like, great. I just came out of divorce and I wasn't expecting to have to buy a new car right now, but I can talk to all of those people at the car lot about the auto bonus. Guys, just because people work at a car lot doesn't mean they drive nice cars. I know the guy that I bought the last car off of, he literally, he became a customer of mine. I'm talking, well, I didn't buy, well, I did. I bought a little Subaru off of for one of the kids to drive, but I sold my ex-husband's truck back to him because I said, I get an auto bonus, but if I get my auto bonus to cover my car and it actually covered his truck, but what's the point of paying that price on a truck that I don't need two cars, right? And so anyways, I'm telling you this because that's impactful. And then guess what? His buddies hear it and his friends, he's going to talk about it and he's going to tell people about it. But he became a customer of mine and was seriously contemplating being a promoter. So I'm going to follow up with him because I'm going to go to that car dealership and say, hey, here I am again. I need to get another car. So let me hook you up. Hey man, have you considered any more about becoming a promoter? And the reality of it is, I think sometimes we don't talk about it. Put a 1 over here if you struggle to talk about the business. Because I'm just curious because I think sometimes we struggle to talk about the business because we've maybe not been successful yet. And success is what it's not the amount of money you make, it's not the rank that you hit, you guys. The amount of success that you have to look at it as, were you able to pay something more than what you were when you started? Okay, so when I got started in this industry, I'm telling you this because I'm hoping that it'll help you when it comes to the VIP. So we're going to talk about this a little bit tonight, but making those smaller goals to help you along the way, right? So when I got started in this industry, you guys heard me say this a bazillion times, I only had around 200 friends on Facebook. I didn't have Instagram, and I certainly didn't have any other social media. All the people that I had on my Facebook were people that I went to school with, people I worked with, or people that were family friends or whatever, right? Or family. That's it. That's who I had. So of course, when I started this industry, those were the people I was marketing to. I literally have not one single close friend that I had prior to this industry on my team. Not one. One family member is a promoter, and that's my mom. Okay. And she doesn't even promote it. She orders as a glorified customer, which I'm like, man, if you ordered as a customer, I'd get credits for you. I'd rather you be a customer. So never sign family unless they actually are going to work the business, because that way you can get the credits from them. Okay. Because family is going to warn you, they expect you to work the business for them. All right. Family expects you to work the business for them. And close friends, you're not doing yourself any favor. If they're not going to work the business, don't do it, because they'll get pissed off whenever other people are promoting and they're not, because they'll think that you helped them and not your friend. Okay. So anyways, what I'm telling you here is that I want to know, on average, tell me a number, how many friends or how many people you add on a daily basis. Because this is what we're going to talk about tonight, because I think a lot of people are talking to the same people. So how many people are you adding on a daily basis? Yes, daily. 5, 5, 4 to 3. Okay. So we're only getting a couple of supplies. These 2, 10, 15. Okay. Well, I think a lot of people, and you guys can just say yes or no. Okay. Do you think the reason why you don't add them is because you don't know how to add them? You don't know how to add them. Yes. Because I think that's why most people don't. And they're afraid of just having a bunch of creepers on their page, right? But let's be real. We can look at everybody's pages and profiles and we can add people if there's somebody that we're interested in. Okay. So this business sucks if you don't have people that you're working with that you actually get along with. You want people that you can relate to and that are going to be driven and goal oriented, right? So knowing that, how can you find those people? Of course, you guys have heard you can join groups. You can look up, people that you can look up random names for heaven's sakes. Okay. Sure. You can do all of that stuff. But what about making sure that you're getting people that are in your target market? Well, you can look up people that like companies that sell products that are similar to ours and look at who is liking, commenting their stuff, right? Go to those people's pages. I'm talking about businesses that sell weight loss products. For instance, Weight Watchers. Okay. They don't sell weight loss products, but those people are trying to lose weight, right? So if you went to Weight Watchers Instagram page, the people that are commenting and liking those posts are probably people that are on a weight loss journey, right? People that frequent Planet Fitness, they're probably working towards a goal of health and wellness. They're probably trying to work out and feel better about themselves. So by looking at pages like that, people that have commented on stuff like that, you can look up words, keywords like weight loss, energy, people that drink energy drinks, people that drink coffee. Think about the things that we rebuttal, you guys. People that are trying to sleep better. All right. So, people that are trying to sleep better, what are the things that they're going to be looking up? They're going to be looking up things like, I don't know, what is it like ZQL or melatonin? They're going to be looking up uh, insomnia, the word insomnia. Okay. And obviously we can't cure that and we can't treat that, but we sure as heck can introduce them to rest. We can introduce them if there's somebody that's looking up elderberry recharge, right? And a lot of people are looking for products of quality, things that are going to help them because people might not want to buy your products per se, but people want to buy things that fix their problems. So you need to present it in a way that you are helping people fix problems, right? So let's focus on one thing first, and that is adding those quality people. I'm going to be honest with you guys and tell you that if you are not currently adding people on a daily basis, you absolutely need to. Okay. I don't care if it's one person a day, if it's two people a day. Obviously, the more people that you add, and by the more people that you add, you obviously don't want to add too many because one, you'll get thrown in Facebook jail or Instagram jail or TikTok jail, but you also won't be able to give those people the quality of interaction or getting to know them if you add too many, right? So I would get a game plan if maybe you add like two people a day on your platforms, whatever it may be, and you write those people's names and you go in and you like comment and you interact with them. Look at their pages before you add them. Make sure they are people that are actually actively posting. Make sure you're adding them, that they are people that are interactive, that post stuff that are quality. If you have kids and your kids are playing sports, okay, where can you find other parents that have kids playing sports? You can look up sports teams. You can look up baseball bats. Okay. And then boom, you're going to be presented with people, parents likely, that are buying baseball bats for their kids. Those people are going to relate to you because you too have to buy a baseball bat for your kid or soccer ball or soccer stuff, right? So Dick's Sporting Goods. These are things outside of the box places, guys, that you can think of that people, okay, they must have kids if they're buying kids cleats or they're buying, this kind of stuff. So now you can go over to those people's pages. I'm just trying to give you guys different ways to actually find some of these people. I had gastric sleeve surgery. So I can meet a lot of people by looking up stuff about gastric sleeve. I can look up people that have had tummy tucks, people that have had stuff that I too am looking up, researching, people that have gone through divorce, people that have gone through, being a mom of teenagers, a mom of a daughter that has ADHD. I have ADHD myself. So those are going to be relatable people. Why would that be important? Because if I don't post stuff that's relatable, why would they even follow me? I was thinking about this today. I told my daughter, I said, so she's thinking about getting her real estate license, right? And I said, Mom, I could help you with your marketing on that. I said, if I were to become a real estate agent, what kind of stuff would I want to post for my target market? I would want to post homes or tips and tricks for buying a home, right? Or tips that to help get a better deal on interest rates for homes or getting no down payment for those homes. You see where I'm going at here? So we sell health and wellness. What kind of stuff is going to draw people into you that is also going to be framed around the health and wellness platform? Well, you guys, think about it. People that are going to buy your products are likely people that want to get healthier. All right. Maybe they want to go for walks. So, what are some of your 5 things that you're putting out there that can be relatable to them? All right. So, let me go over here. Katie Sue, do you care if I call you out? Can you talk? Are you able to talk?
Yes, ma'am. You kind of cut out for a second, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully, my Wi Fi is not going crazy. So, you said, I think you said 10 to 15. And I'm calling on you because I know that you've stayed very consistent with your business, and you came here and you hadn't had like a ton of success in this industry prior to joining Lavelle. And so when you say you add that many people a day, how do you go about finding those people? Because I actually am going to ask you a couple different things. I want you to kind of tell people how you go about finding those people to add.
Okay. Well, one of my goals, like biggest weekly goals, is to get at least one customer to tag me in a post. And so I'm going to always watch that post like all week long, and I'm going to add whoever likes or comments. And then I'm also like very active in like weightlifting, moms who weightlift groups, sports moms, moms with tattoos, like just different groups pertaining to my life. And then I'll go in there. I'm not as consistent as posting as I know I should be, but I'm always in there commenting, replying to comments. And then if they are interacting with me back, I'll add people from there too. And then just like friends of people I know who are interested in Thrive, because I'm always thinking, well, if I can get them to try Thrive, I know they'll love it. And then I'm already working on their network. So that's just some of the things I do.
I'm glad that you just said, I'm glad that that's your goal a week, because every single person on here, and I want to challenge you for that to be your goal too, because here's why. By Katie Sue having somebody tag her every week, not only is she helping that person get get referrals, okay, but now she's expanding her network by utilizing her customer, right? Or somebody that becomes her customer to now tag her and expose her, and she can give the referral link, but she's expanding her network without having to do all that extra footwork. She literally is getting it handed to her. All right. So every single one of your customers, you guys, you can reach out to right now, even if they have a free customer account, and you could ask them, like, if they have tried the product, preferably, if they haven't tried the product, maybe offer them a really good discount or a deal on getting a sample, or ask them if they'd want to get a sample, even if you don't have a specific deal, and maybe put them, like, offer to put them in a drawing or something if they share your post. Offer to put them in a drawing if they share your post. Okay. If they don't share your post, and they have their own experience that they could share, maybe offer to send them a sample of something that you have laying around that they haven't tried. Or offer, if they get a couple referrals for you, to send them a sample of something for free, or put them in a drawing for a sample or something along those lines, right? So that helps you kind of expand your network. But Casey, I want to ask you too, right now, because obviously you've been through times where it's been, I don't like to use the word slower, because it's literally like everywhere's like that, I feel like right now. But summertime is literally a time where you can feel that, but then you feel like a big boom happen again as soon as school starts up. So what do you think right now people could be doing to help expand their network, aside from just adding people?
Thriving out loud. I know I've been not as I guess active social media wise. And I know a lot of people are the same way too during
Yep.
the summer because we're swimming or barbecuing, whatever. So I always make sure I have my DFT showing, obviously. And then, I mean, I'm just very social. I like to say hi. I haven't always been like this either, but I think Thrive has definitely helped me. But I always say hi, and like everybody always asks me like, oh my gosh, it's 9:30. How are you so like energetic or whatever? And I've been getting myself into like softball leagues and stuff like that, just getting around people who I wouldn't normally be around, just so I can meet new people. And then eventually they always ask me what my DFT is.
Hey, I was supposed to play in an adult softball. It was to raise money for the field for like the kids and stuff. I was supposed to, actually, they're doing it like on the weekends, and I totally said I was going to jump on doing it, but yesterday I couldn't because Tim's grandma came over. She was out from the nursing. They have her in the rehab right now, because she was in the hospital, and she was able to get out and come over yesterday after church. So I made like a huge afternoon thing. But anyways, that's a great example of getting out in the community and doing those things. But you guys, it's as simple as going to the grocery store. So
Hmm.
when I was checking out a couple days ago, when I went to the store, my cashier asked me, "What is that sticker?" I said, "Oh, girl, that's my energy sticker." And she was just like, "I need that." As soon as I said that, she was like, "I need that." And I was like, "Well, here." I was like, "Here's my name and here's my number. But if you look up on any social media platform my name, and you shoot me a message, I can get you set up with a sample." I didn't say I'd give her a sample. I said I can get you set up with a sample. Okay. So I can have that conversation later about that, and I can work out a deal depending on what it is that she wants, because she may want to go right into ordering. Right. But I got connected immediately. Now, sure, I could have asked her name and so forth, but it was super busy. So I just wrote my name down real quick. And that was the way I exchanged information. In that happening, even though they were busy, the girl at the next register said, "I need that information too." And I said, "Just, hey, give it to her," and so forth, instead of standing there and blocking the line. So you guys, it's as simple as that, is opening your mouth and actually talking about it. So if you wear your DFT somewhere, and you get excited when you say what it is, okay? Get excited when you say what it is, what you're sharing, what it is, and then make sure you get that person's contact information, or you give your contact information right away. And if it's a busy place, like I was in that situation, then you just do what you can. But guess what? I know I'm going to see that girl next time I go to the store. she's a cashier and she works there. So if I think about it, I'll take a sample with me and go and be intentional. I think that a lot of it comes down to is that we're not quite as intentional sometimes. And it's really, really easy, you guys, especially those of you that maybe work from home all the time and that's what you're doing. It gets really easy to fall off the wagon. All right. Because there's always so much that we have to do. It gets really easy. And then it's really easy to get discouraged when your business isn't growing as fast as you want it to grow. So I want to encourage you guys to stick it out when it's tough, because in those tough times, that's the time that you can grow. That's the time that you can put that extra time aside, that you literally are intentional. I don't know how many of you guys are using TikTok stories. I have not been consistent with using them. Katie, are you using those?
Yeah, I have not been very consistent the last 2 months with some things going on, but I have quite a few up now,
Well,
and
I'm talking
um,
about TikTok stories.
oh yeah, I've done those a few times, but I'm not very consistent on TikTok. Instagram and Facebook Reels, I'm more consistent.
Well, I just want to encourage you guys, even if you haven't, if you use TikTok, if you are like an anti-TikToker, by no means, please don't like go and think I am telling you have to. But I'm going to tell you guys this: the same way that you use Instagram and Facebook stories, okay, you can do on TikTok now. Okay. And because it's a new thing, just like when Facebook came out with Reels, the people that started on Reels right away and like got consistent with it, they started blowing up. You guys, I'm going to tell you this, there's no trick to it. Just go in and start talking. Just open your mouth, start talking. You're going to grab your people. Your people are eventually going to start. But right now, anytime you see a new trend that's out or something new that's offered from a platform, jump in it. Jump in it, because they're going to boost you. Okay. And if you notice, that's in your For You page. People's stories are in your For You page. And I didn't even realize that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. And the only way I realized it is that it actually says story. When you're scrolling, it says story on your For You page. And I said, oh my, I didn't even realize that. So here they're pumping it out in their For You pages, your stories. So it's not something that's just being hidden and somebody has to follow you in order to see. Everybody on TikTok seeing it if it's in their For You page. So, anyways, I thought that was super cool because we know the algorithm pops out stuff, right? And I don't know. I know that I'm like reading about it right now, and I'm probably doing too much reading and not enough action. And you guys don't fall into that too much either. There's a fine line. But to be honest with you, I've been discouraged about myself because I felt lost and I get paralyzed. I get super paralyzed when I am in that place. Okay. And it's not because of business wise, it's personal reasons that I've been super paralyzed and felt like I wasn't good enough. All right. I felt undeserving, defeated. And because of that, it it shows. It shows in I'm such a transparent person. I'm afraid to let that out and it come across as business wise, right? Um so I'm telling you this, and gosh, I'm getting emotional telling you guys this because I feel like a lot of people, when they're going through things in their life, they get paralyzed too, and they like kind of block their own blessings. All right. And I want to encourage you to open up and talk to people. All right. You don't have to tell people all your business, but share your struggles. Share the things that you yourself are going through on a daily basis. Like if you suck at cleaning, talk about that. If you suck at getting organized, talk about that. That's going to be what draws people into you. That's going to be the people that are also struggling with that stuff, that they can give you some tips to you, some value to you, right? And those people are going to be the same people that when they realize like you have products or whatever, they're going to be more likely to ask you because they trust you and they've got to know you. Um, So I think that's super important on whole adding people, because you have to expand your network, you guys, to grow your network, to grow your business. And you have to talk about the opportunity in order to have people want to join you in the opportunity. Do not worry about your success, where you're at, if people are going to join you, because I signed way more promoters before I ever hit any rank in this company. I signed more people. In fact, my very first month, I think I signed like 40 or 50 people, something like that, customers and promoters. And I know that sounds like crazy, but you got to realize I came in with a network. My first business, though, I just was trying to do the basic, like it was, I think they challenge you to get 4 customers in your first 30 days or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't even remember now. But anyways, that was my goal. Was like I want to get 4 customers and so many promoters, because every promoter you got a bonus, right? Well, if they got 2 customers, that was my first company. This one, you get a fast start if they get an upgrade pack. So that's pretty awesome, right? So now you can offer upgrade packs of 200 to 400, 800. Obviously, most people are going to come in with whatever you offer, whatever you tell them, right? So I always talk about the 400 pack, because when I came in, I actually bought the 200 pack and then I didn't have any samples to sell people. And now our 400 packs, obviously, for a new promoter, they're going to get stuff to give out to people. Plus, you're going to be able to sell some samples and have products for yourself. And I tell people that story because their best value is that 400 pack. And ultimately, they could sell all their products, still have product, and not be out anything. Most people want to know how they can get their money back immediately, because they don't want to be out any money. So you want to provide those solutions, just like customers. They are only going to stay reordering, for one, if you get them good customer service. You're making sure that they're getting the results that they want, meaning that they have the right products that they want. Also, if they can afford it. So we want to make sure they're thriving for free. Most people, we can tell them that they can thrive for free with referrals, you guys, but they're not going to go and shout it out to the world that they're using these products unless you walk them through it. And I want to encourage you to offer to help create their post based on what they tell you they feel like. And then you can type it up and say, here, just go post this and tag me. And then you do the work and you can give them referrals, or you can give the referral links out with their friends. Always add the person, I already know Katie Sue does this because I know she's heard me say it a bazillion times. When they tag you and their friends comment, shoot that friend a message, but you then add that person and make sure you give that referral link, right? Because they are your customer. Hold on. I'm going to read some of these questions because I want to be able to help you guys. Okay. I want you guys to put over here some things that you need help with right now that you're struggling with in regards to adding people and growing your business in order to get these VIP bonuses, because you got to have the conversations. Okay. There's no way around that. Oh, okay. So I'm glad I just read this comment. Kelly Ann said that she struggles on Insta and Facebook. You guys, listen, focus wherever you get excited, wherever you enjoy, whatever platform. Okay. Like if you only like TikTok, I want you to mainly focus on TikTok, on your interactions, your business, everything. And I'm talking about where you actually enjoy posting. Okay. Focus on whatever platform mainly that you actually enjoy posting and spending that time on. All right. And don't worry about the other ones so much. Just baby them. Okay. Don't pour your main focus. Don't try to be spread thin where you are like nailing out every platform every single day. Focus on one platform, because when I've grown the biggest in my business, I was either hardcore on Instagram and Facebook got my leftovers, or I was hardcore on Facebook and Instagram got my leftovers. All right. I just dabbled, put some stuff out, but I wasn't like intense on those other places. I was maybe learning or I was just kind of there, but I wasn't like, so only focus on one place, like one platform mainly that you want to, or that you enjoy the most, but also that way you can actually make those genuine connections there, because you're likely not having the same people on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You probably have different people on every single one of them. So everything. I'm sorry, guys. I don't read the fastest. Yeah. I add a lot from customer tags. Yes. No, oh, no idea since the dump. Okay, so I want you guys to think about something. This is another conversation I was having with my daughter earlier. Okay. Try to stay away from posts that would turn you off. All right. Like if you're scroll past certain posts, certain kinds of posts, I want you to realize that people are doing the same thing to you if you just look like an advertisement. Okay. Like if you just look like you're just trying to bold out, sell a product, unless you are giving a results or you were sharing about a huge deal. And don't get me wrong, I'm bold sometimes and I just put something out there and I know that I'm probably not going to get like the reception that I want. But I still also, because I don't do it all the time, every post isn't like that. People pay attention and they're like, what's this? What's this about or whatever. But if every post is like that, people are going to just start scrolling past it because they're thinking, oh, it's an advertisement, right? So that's why if you have a special or something, it's fine to put something out there like that. But with every single post, you don't want to do it. And also copy paste scripts. I'm not a fan of when it comes to posts, because if you were part of the company that I was part of previously, you know that there were a lot of those posts and you saw them 20 times a day from 20 million different people. Okay. And you knew that it was just a trick of these limited spots. And if you had one of these 10 symptoms or one of these 10 problems, inbox me. Right. Well, people knew not to inbox you by the end of like a couple of years of seeing those kind of posts. And they knew you didn't have limited spots because you had limited spots every other day. Okay. But so try to stick with being like you and like sharing the actual product. Sorry, I got caught up reading that over here. Let's see. Well, Krista, I love you. I love you, and I love your TikToks because they crack me up. And actually, what is it? Is it sober Krista? Is that what it is? Is that what's your TikTok?
It was sober momster, but I changed it. It's just my name, Krista Purdy now.
Okay, listen. So you guys, and you changed your name. Is that because you wanted your TikTok to be kind of versatile? You wanted to kind of change up, like you just wanted it to be your name.
Yeah. So I started this at the beginning of my recovery journey. So I had built a network prior to Thrive. But as I stepped in, I just celebrated 4 years. I didn't want just recovery to be, that's not all I'm about. Right. So I just wanted it to be me. So I changed. If you can, that's just something I just want to add to this real quick.
No,
if you're using multiple platforms as well, if you can, try to use the same name, or like some are taken. If you can like make it as general as you can. Krista Purdy is kind of, I was able to use that on all of them, thankfully, and use the same picture as well, the same profile picture. So when people are finding you on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok and they're looking for you on these other platforms, they can find you easier because they see the same picture. I just wanted to put that out there too, because that's helped me tremendously, because I don't talk about Thrive on TikTok. I do on Instagram and Facebook. So when I'm doing TikToks, I bring them over to where I'm dripping my Thrive. You know what I'm saying? You can do it however you want to, but I just wanted to add that in there too. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm squirrel, but yeah, those are just my few little things.
Actually, I'm really glad you shared that, because I made the mistake, you guys, in my first business. And I'll just tell you, my name on Instagram was It Works Amanda Arnett. Okay. So because of that, it was actually beneficial, because everybody that looked up It Works, guess what would post up? Whoop, me, I would pop up, right? However, that also turned a lot of people off, because they immediately thought that I wanted to sell to them. So I realized that, and I changed it to just Amanda Arnett. And it's actually now going to bite me in the butt, because I'm about ready to have to change my name to Amanda Savage across all the platforms. So that means that everybody, whenever I get married in September, people no longer will be able to find Amanda Arnett anywhere. And all of a sudden, the people that they followed me for 9.5, 10 years on this platform, are on these platforms, they're no longer going to look me up, right? They're not going to know who I am. So it's very important to have a very clear picture of yourself, so that when people are looking up Amanda, hopefully they'll still come across me. They'll see my face and they'll know it's me. I also battled the fact that I'm 160 pounds less than what most people remembered me as, right? So because of that, my face, while I'm still the same person, has drastically changed. Weight loss. I'm like half the person, literally, that I was at one point in time. So having like the fact, though, that people see my face, they see the personality, they can click on stuff and hear my voice, and they know it's me. So it's very important for you to kind of brand yourself outside of Thrive. And just like Krista was saying, she wants her journey to be more than just about her being sober. She wants to share more things. So she took that out of her thing. It's a very, very good tip about making sure in your profile that your profile name being your actual name, or something that represents truly who you are, but it not just being one thing. Okay. That's going to help you with attracting people to you and people to follow you. Because if they think you're just like, I'm sure it's tempting to be like that Thrive girl. And if you want to do that, you can totally do that. But realize that your branding for that specific page will probably only be centered around that. Because if you just like start talking about your dogs on that Thrive Girl page, chances are people followed you for a reason, right? They followed you for reasons. They're not going to follow you to learn about your dogs. That's not why they're mainly following you. If like your page is all about this, and that's just really whatever whatever you normally share, your branding can be whatever. Like if you're a mom and you have kids and you work out and you love to cook Mexican food and whatever, like that's you. That's what people are going to relate to you. You're not branding just literally one thing, you're branding you, and people are going to buy from you before they buy your product. They're gonna buy you. So anyways, yeah, it's pretty badass last name, huh? I'm like, yeah, I'm excited about it. Let's see. I need to be a fly on the wall to see how people are doing all the fun stuff in their real stories. I feel like others look so styled. Okay, so you know what? I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad you're back. You guys, listen. Yvette has been gone for a while, and she just decided to step back in. And the person she signed up with is like gone. She's like, Amanda, I want to jump back in and do this. And I'm like, let's do it then, right? So I love when people get back in on board, because they get to recreate themselves. They get that fresh start. And sometimes I don't care if you didn't take a break or not, you get to have a fresh start anytime you want to. And right now, you can market this your fresh start and everybody gets a reset, right? So everybody that has been a promoter, if they're a promoter on your team before and they dropped off, message them because they sure as heck can go for these bonuses too right now. They might not count for your VIPs, but they themselves can go for it and make some extra money. And yeah, it's going to help your check in the long run because now some of your team's working again. But you guys realize this, you can rebrand yourself at any given time, and you can reset and restart your business at any given time. And you can also reset and restart your marketing strategy at any time. So I'm going to tell you guys, the people that I enjoy watching the most on Facebook Reels and TikTok and so forth are the people that are just themselves. It's not about the dancing for me. It's not about whatever. It's like, I love listening to their crazy stories. So like, I follow and watch so many people because of their stories. So it made me realize, wait a second, I don't need to be like Miss Queen Entertainment. I just need to talk and I just need to be myself and share me. And I'm actually going to take people on a journey with me because I'm getting ready to come off of my Adderall, because I restarted on my Adderall 2.5 years ago, right before I got like right before my divorce. And it was because of everything going on with COVID and life was kind of chaotic. I got restarted back on my Adderall. I needed it, right? And I was not on Adderall my entire life. And because of that, I have developed, I live without it. Okay. I can live without it because I have developed skills and ways of doing things without needing the medication. However, some of you guys are like, well, then why'd you get on the medication? Because when my life was up in smoke and chaotic, my day-to-day task was no longer my day-to-day life. Okay. My world was shaken. So my routine was out of whack. Because my routine was out of whack, I was having constant panic attacks and anxiety. So when I got on my medicine, I was able to get focused. But guess what's happening right now? Because of having too much focus, I'm hyper focused on all the wrong things. And I cannot use my creative mind when I'm hyper focused on all the wrong things. I get focused on, I have to do this, and then I can't come up for air because that's where I'm at. So I use the Adderall, and by use the Adderall, I mean, I took my medication the way I'm supposed to take my medication, to help me develop a new routine to my new life. Because I no longer live at the house I used to live. I no longer live in the town I used to live. I no longer work at the hospital or go to school or anything like that. I have a different routine now, and a different life now. So now that I am established, settled in, and I have developed a routine at home, I no longer want to take that. So guess what? I'm going to take people on that journey with me. I'm going to take people on that journey with me of coming off of that medication and living my life. And that's going to be part of my story, right? And guess what? You can only talk about that for so long. Just like my divorce was part of my story. When my dad passed away was part of my story. Grief was part of my story. Losing my dog was part of my story. You see where I'm getting at here? Your story is going to constantly change. So you have to constantly bring that out for people, and don't worry about sticking to necessarily what the trends are. Use trending sounds. You can download, hold on, what's the name of that app? I have to look at what the actual name is. And sorry, I keep on wiping my face, but my eyeballs are dry. It's TikTok trend. Trend. It's like trend something. Oh, Trend Talk. And if you don't, I'll show you what it looks like. I actually haven't been on it since I got this phone, so it might have locked me out. And you can actually, when you go onto the Trend Talk, it asks you, I'm just starting out. I am new and want to build my follower count. I am starting to build my presence. Crap. It's going to make me fill all this stuff out. I'm not going to do that right now. Then it's because I got a new phone. And you know how when you get a new phone, it logs you out of like everything. Anyways, it will give you a list of songs. It'll give you a list of trends and so forth. And those trends are more likely to pop up in people's For You pages. And therefore, even if you don't talk about Thrive, like Krista doesn't really talk about Thrive on TikTok, if you have your DFT on, guaranteed people are going to ask you. People will ask you, especially if it's somewhere they can see it. If you're sitting there drinking an ooey, somebody's probably going to ask you at some point in time, especially if every video you have an ooey in your hand, people are going to be like, what are you always drinking? What's giving you your energy? Right? So anyways, oh, I go off and squirrel. This is part of me coming off my Adderall, people, just so you know, the squirrel. And also, well, I'm glad it helped. You are not too much. I just read, I'm afraid. I'm always afraid. It's just too much. Listen, you guys, none of you are too much for anyone. And anybody that ever makes you feel like you're too much, they're not your people. Okay. I am all over the place. And I literally used to be, I still do it. I still apologize a lot for who I am and squirreling and being all over the place and so forth. But you guys, you know what? At the end of the day, people know that I care and people know that I'm passionate about what I do and I love what I do. I believe what I do. I'm planted at what I do. Nobody could ever talk me out of being part of this company. Nobody could ever change my mind about how these products make me feel because I've experienced it and I proudly share it. Okay. And because of that, I am not going to apologize to that person that I annoy. I don't care. They can unfollow me. I'm not going to apologize for a business that literally has changed my life. I'm not going to apologize for sharing a business that has changed the lives. And I have seen, like, when I first joined, you guys, Lacey, you guys know her as Lacey Jones, okay, joined me, and she was going through a divorce. She was a single mom. We saw, you guys, within the first 6 months of her joining and being on our team, her be able to buy a home for her and her babies. There is nothing. Nobody could ever tell me otherwise. If you work this business and you actually work this business and you talk to people and you do the things that you learn, you absolutely can be successful. But you've got to get real and you've got to be consistent. And you've got to actually do all the things. And you have to have those conversations with people on a day-to-day basis. Truth is, most of us have good intent to do that, but we don't follow through and do all the things that we could be doing. But if we did, and we learned, and we applied, and we followed through, and we're consistent, every single one of us will be successful. Okay? Every single one of us. But you have to do the things. And we have to own up to it. We have to call ourselves out when we're not being consistent. And it's okay. Don't beat yourself up for it. Just get consistent and watch the game change. Okay? Just get consistent and watch the game change. Oh my gosh, do you have a rat in your hand? See, told you I squirrel.
I'm house sitting for my promoter, Amanda, that's on here. I was showing her that I actually touched it.
Yeah. Oh God, I was like, what has she got in her hands? You guys, see, told you. So if I can be a millionaire in this company and you just heard me squirrel all over the darn place, you all can be successful too, for God's sakes. Okay. I promise you, I'm like a girl from West Virginia that literally, like, every single person around me, it seems like, is like, you can't be successful at that. And I can't even get a CPA around here, you guys, that believes in this industry, no matter how many pay stubs I show them. But the reality of it is that those people, they're not the ones that you have anything to prove to. Okay. The people that will listen to you, the people whose lives that you can change, those are the people that you need to get through to. Okay. Those are the people, the person that is needing a home because they need to get out of the place that they're living right now. That's the person you need to reach. Okay. The mom that's staying in a marriage, or the husband that's staying in a marriage, because financial reasons, they can't afford to live on their own. They can't afford to leave a situation of abuse or whatever it may be. Okay. When my dad died, the fact that I was able to be there with him and go to his chemo with him, and I could do an event literally sitting right beside my father, you better believe I am thankful for that. The fact that I'm able to be home with my kids, and I was able to spend the last 9.5 years at, their events and taking them to and from school and so forth. Sure, have I missed some stuff because I was helping at the hospital or taking a class? Absolutely. Or I went on a getaway or whatever. Sure, I've missed things. Things happen. But for the most part, my girls have had me present, and they've watched their mom, no matter what, fight for them. Okay. They've watched me overcome and me continuously get back up and keep moving forward. So, what do you think that's taught them? I never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom until I realized what I was missing. And then I said, the most important thing to me over anybody's opinion is time, because time is one thing I can't get back. I'll never get back their childhood, but I got to spend the last 9.5 years with them. Right. So I want you guys, as this week goes out, all right, focus less on the things that you're not going to accomplish and focus more on that one person you can help, right? One person at a time. Like, who could I help today? Maybe it's somebody that needs more energy because literally they are begging to be able to get up and play with their kids. But my God, their weight has gotten so out of control. Like, they haven't been able to move, and they literally, like, they cry every time they try to stand. Their knees hurt so bad. I want you to think about that person and how you can help them. All right. You want to give them their life back. You want them to have the energy to go out and play in the yard with their kids, because if you've ever heard Paul Gravet's story, he'll tell you he could barely walk until he started thriving. He had such bad, like, his knees hurt so bad. Now the man can run. Okay. So literally think about that one person you can help. Don't think about how many people you have to help in order to get to 200K. Okay. Who the hell cares? All right. Once you start helping people and you see them get the results, that's going to fire you up. All right. So just focus on helping that one person. Once you help that one person, focus on helping the next. I promise you guys, if you do that, it's going to change the game. So in financial, or whether that's their health journey. Okay. So I'm going to wrap this up because I rambled a lot tonight, and I'm sorry because I didn't have everything prepped, because I thought I was going to have a partner in crime. And honestly, you guys, I could sit here all night talking to you. There's no really big tips or tricks. It's literally helping one person at a time, giving them what we have, which is an opportunity or a product that'll help solve their problem. You got to find out what their problems are. We already know what opportunity we have. We already know what products we have. Just reach to that person and let them know. Okay. So make those friends, because you can't help people you don't know. All right. Mwah. I love you guys. I'll get the recording up. All right. Have a good night. Go kick ass and hit your goals.